Please, help me. The scream cut through the calm afternoon like a knife. A small, terrified girl, no older than 8, came running toward a group of bikers parked outside a roadside diner. Her little feet pounded the pavement, her hands clutching a small backpack as if it held her entire world. Every scream she let out carried pure panic and desperation. Around her, the bikers were caught off guard. They were used to attention for their leather jackets, their motorcycles, and their intimidating presence. But nothing had prepared them for this, a helpless child running straight into their path, terror in her eyes. Behind her, a shadow loomed. Someone was chasing her, and she had no one else to turn to. In that instant, the bikers realized that fear and respect didn't matter. Only one thing did, saving her. And what happened next would shock everyone watching. The sun shone bright on a quiet afternoon. Birds chirped softly, and the distant hum of engines filled the air. The bikers lounged casually outside the diner, sipping coffee, their motorcycles gleaming in the sun. Everything was calm, peaceful even. Then came the sound of frantic footsteps. The little girl appeared, darting through the parking lot, looking over her shoulder, and screaming with sheer terror. The bikers immediately noticed her, sitting up straight, eyes narrowing as they tried to understand what was happening. It was unusual, almost surreal. People often feared them, some avoided eye contact, but here was a child, seeking them out. Her voice trembled as she shouted, "Please, help me. He's coming." The bikers exchanged quick glances. They weren't sure who was chasing her, but they knew danger when they saw it. This wasn't just a lost child, it was a situation that demanded action. The girl skidded to a stop near the bikes, panting, tears streaming down her face. Her little hands shook as she clutched her backpack, holding it like a shield against the unknown threat. He's coming," she cried again. "Please, you have to stop him." The bikers instinctively moved closer. They weren't just riders, they were a brotherhood, trained for moments like this. And despite their rough appearances, compassion ran deep in their veins. The leader, a tall man with a short beard and eyes that had seen too much, stepped forward. "Who's after you?" he asked, calm but commanding. The girl pointed frantically toward a dark alley behind the diner. "He's dangerous. He'll get me if you don't help." For a split second, time seemed to slow. The bikers realized that hesitation could cost a life. Their decision was made instantly. They would protect her, no questions asked. Engines roared to life as the bikers prepared to move. Some stayed close to the girl, shielding her from potential harm, while others sped ahead to intercept the approaching threat. Every biker knew their role without a word. The leader scanned the surroundings, calculating distances, predicting movements. The younger bikers flanked him, ready to respond to any sudden changes. The girl watched, eyes wide, as the motorcycle started, engines vibrating through the ground like low thunder. She felt a strange sense of hope amidst the fear. "We're going to be okay," one biker said softly, kneeling to her level. His voice was gentle, but full of authority. "Stay close to us. You're safe now." The wind whipped past as the bikers moved in formation, ready for whatever lay ahead. Dust rose from their tires, and sunlight glinted off helmets and chrome. The tension was palpable. Every second counted. Every heartbeat mattered. The bikers weren't just riding, they were racing against time. Ahead, the figure chasing the girl came into view. A desperate man, clearly armed and intent on causing harm, was gaining ground. The bikers' hearts pounded, but their resolve was unwavering. "Stop him," the leader shouted. Not in anger, but with a commanding authority that left no room for hesitation. The bikers split, some cutting off potential escape routes, others rushing straight toward the threat. Dust and gravel kicked up as tires screeched, engines roaring in unison. The girl's eyes were wide with fear, but she clung tightly to the protective biker beside her. Thank you," she whispered between sobs. Within moments, the bikers had blocked the man's path. Calm, strategic, and coordinated, they ensured he could not reach the girl. The confrontation was brief but decisive. No unnecessary violence, just precise, controlled action that neutralized the threat. Relief washed over the little girl as she realized she was safe. Her tiny hands clutched the biker's jacket as she buried her face into his chest. The girl was finally reunited with her family, who had been frantically searching nearby. The townspeople, who had always feared the bikers, watched in awe as the group calmly returned to their bikes. "Every kid deserves a chance to run free," one biker whispered to the girl, his voice gentle, filled with emotion. No one in the town would forget this day. The bikers, often judged by their leather jackets and motorcycles, had shown the true meaning of courage, compassion, and brotherhood. The little girl looked up, tears in her eyes, and said, "Thank you. I knew you'd help me." And in that moment, the bikers knew they had done the right thing. Not for fame, not for glory, but because it was simply the right thing to do. Stories like these remind us that heroism can come from the most unexpected places. If you were inspired by this incredible rescue, hit the subscribe button and join us on Bikers Beat, where real bikers, real stories, and unforgettable adventures come to life. Stay tuned for our next story, a midnight biker rescue that saved an entire family from danger. You won't believe how it unfolded. Ride with us, feel the beat of the road, and witness courage in action, one story at a time.